right, quick walkthrough of my Star Wars. I've got these leg lineups from Mustang Paul on pin side. Pretty happy with them. The lit flipper bats, I think they came from Planetary Pinball, so they're controllable with a remote. And the little light towers, like underneath the playfields, you have to have the, or at least that's where I installed it, so you have to have the coin door open. You can, you know, cycle through and find whatever you want there. I don't know, I usually go with white and just turn it down a little bit. Let's see, down. That's probably good. All right. So the playfield's in really good condition. I did install lollipops. I really wasn't, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see here in this light. I wasn't really trying to cover anything up. I just liked the newer rails. The older rails had some marks, and I'll attach some still pictures of better light of those. Let's see, I installed the color DMD, the LED version, so I don't know if you can see here the dots, but real dots. That thing is really freakishly bright. The R2-D2, the 3D printed arms were gone, and so these are, or not, I guess they're not originally 3D printed, they're like a thin plastic with stickers on them. So these are from another R2-D2 toy, and kind of match what was there, at least best I can. It's got the, what I kind of call the good Death Star, so it's the one with the 3D texture. I have a spare as well. I don't know if you can see in here. There we go. Yeah, so I've got a spare of the good one as well. Reason for that, my last 80 Star Wars had a cracked Death Star, and a lot of the reproductions weren't really all that good. Put a couple toys on it. I know some people hate that stuff, but whatever. I just thought it was kind of cool having what looked like an X-Wing, you know, the Millennium Falcon, and a TIE Fighter in sort of a battle configuration around the Death Star. And those are on little springy wires, so you can remove them if you want. They have a tendency to, well, kind of move around a little bit when the game is going, so I don't know, I like it. Let's see, installed flipper fidelity and pin sound, and it's a custom pin sound orchestration. It's roughly based on one of the pin sound orchestrations that's on the community, but then there's some things about it that's different, like that original orchestration had some like intermittent like guitar riffs and stuff, and so I can remove those. So I would say I'm not going to play it, I'm just going to let it go so you can hear it.
Stay on target.
Good audio clips, I think. The flipper fidelity is pretty great. Got it turned way down. So I'll talk about it here in a sec, but there's a kind of a challenge with getting color DMD and pin sound to both work in the game at the same time with the original power supply. So I have a Data East power supply that's 100% it works. I have a Rotten Dog power supply in here right now, and it still couldn't power it. There are people that have, you know, you can upgrade the bridge rectifier and a couple caps, but in the day, this display and the color DMD are just really, really thirsty. So I ended up installing an auxiliary switching power supply, kind of like an arcade power supply, and I'm running the mods off of that. So
Stay on target.
Right there. So it's this little auxiliary. It's like a 5 amp power supply. arcade power supply, and I've got like custom Molex and Molex splitters and stuff. And so all the mods run off of that, so that the game's power supply just powers the game instead of all this stuff. So go ahead and close this guy one more time.
Watch out.
Standing by.
Playing one-handed here, so
Ben Kenobi, where is he?
just so you can hear some stuff. So definitely an improvement from the kind of the disco Data East sound of the original. Although the other one does have some qualities, but this to me at least takes you back towards the movies a little
I
more.
need your help, Luke.
Yeah, playing one-handed is harder. Alright, so here's the closeout of the game. The sounds, these are the largest customizations.
May the force be with you.
So it's basically the credits outro from A New Hope. It'll fade out from there, and then you're back to track mode. So anyway, that's my pretty seriously pimped Data Stars. Oh, one thing. So I've got these inside art blades from, I think it was Pin Graphics or Tilt Graphics, and they made me a custom set. The glue is a little loose on one side, so you can see a couple places where it's peeling, but it was kind of a custom deal there. So you've got a couple X-Wings in formation, some with their S-foils out, some with their X-foils in. You've got X-Wings and, some kind of like TIE Fighter battle sequence over here with a Star Destroyer, and then a gigantic Millennium Falcon back there. So, pretty cool artwork. The inside of the blue, the paint's actually still really clean on it. The game was really clean when I got it. It's just, I modded it to make it feel a little more modern. And, only reason we're looking. So this spot in our game room. It's kind of like a Star Wars area. This is kind of off right now, but there's the Star Wars Trilogy arcade. If I can make it brighter, there we go. And then I've got a homemade battle pod that I made that I've got other stuff on the internet about. So anyway, I'm just kind of looking to see if I can trade this thing for the new Star Wars Premium, just to freshen the gameplay up a little bit. I don't know, I might regret it long term, but that's the way I'm leaning. If anybody's interested, reach out, ask questions. I'll answer best I can. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. May the force be with you. Bye-bye.